Okay, I have made some changes to the event calendar page that I found, and I think I've decided that I'm going to have that on the front page of the website. And then the blog will just be a category, it'll just be in the menu. So let's work a little bit on customization of the appearance. So there's a couple different ways that you can approach customization of a theme. And I have a very, very simple theme, and it probably is going to be too simple for what I want eventually, but it'll work for today. So when you go to Appearance, you will see that there is a Customize, right? But then down here, there's also Emerald Settings. The theme that I'm using is called Emerald. And so usually what I will do is I'll go to the Emerald Settings first, which is the actual, it'll be whatever the name of the theme is in the settings. Just review those settings first before I hit to customize. So when you go to Emerald Settings, I'm not even real sure what settings they give me that I can optimize, but let's take a look. All right, well, the programmer who did this obviously is like, need help? Hire me. That's awesome. So there's general settings, there's social links, and there's footer. So let's look at what's in their general. A favicon is just a representation of your site that shows up in search engine results. You can create it's like a badge for your site, and it says 16 by 16 pixels. If you have that, great. Color scheme green. Actually, let me see here. I'm going to switch it to blue right now because the calendar that I'm working with is blue. So I want to change it to blue. Featured category. I'm not doing a homepage slider, so I'm not going to do anything there. Here is if I had a logo. I haven't created a logo yet, but that may be something that I will create. And this is where you would put in the link to your logo image. Excerpts of blogs on the home page. I'm going to say no on this. And then if you have any specific code, you can do some custom coding, and you would put the custom coding there. Like I said, theirs is very, very simple. So I'm going to save the change it to blue. We'll see what that looks like here in a minute. All right, and this theme comes with all the social links just kind of already built in. Now I usually put another plugin called Publicize that I have used pretty successfully. But let's just for the heck of it, let's put our Facebook one in and see. I think that's it. And we'll just take a look to see where that shows up. I'm not sure where that's going to show up or how that's going to show up on the page. So, but we'll put it in and just see. Let's see, in the footer, is there anything I want to put in the bottom of the page? Well, I mean, you can do. Copyright 2016 Morelli Enterprises, if I could spell it. And I'm going to hide the credit link. All right, interesting. Okay, so that's just the general settings, but now let's go into Customize. Over here on Appearance and go to Customize. And you'll be able, a lot of those things you can do again from Customize. A lot of times, most of these themes, you can do it in multiple ways. But let's just look at this one. See what they allow me to customize here. The site identity, obviously that is the name of the, nope, there's no post, that's okay. Women's events calendar. But if I wanted to add a tagline, this is where I would add it. And maybe my tagline could be like, I have to work on this, but something like empowering, training, women helping women, something like that. And there's not a save on each section, so let's save and publish. Let's see what happens. Didn't change colors. I just changed it to blue. I'm not going to change it again. A background image, see they've got this light pattern back there. I could put some sort of picture in the background. I'm not going to do that right now. Menus, I am going to play with menus, but I'm not going to do it from this page. I'm actually going to do it from the WordPress dashboard. Widgets, which are these things over here. These are the widgets over here in the right column. Not going to play, I'm going to play with them in a little bit, but not right this second. But static front page, I am going to change to a static front page. And I'm going to select my front page is going to be my events calendar. All right, so this is going to be actually the landing page. And you can see I added an event. Hopefully it'll, oh, we'll go back. Yeah, it's very blue. I may not want to keep it that blue, but we'll see. So if you go to the site now, visit the site. It starts with the calendar, and hopefully it goes to the next page. There's my May. Oh, June. And here's my entrepreneur night was added in. And the description, and we have to add in photos and that kind of thing, but I just threw it in there just for placeholder at the moment, but it's like, okay. So this will be where I can add all my Morelli events. Benita can add her business-minded women events, all the other women's events, we can all add them in here and just have one calendar where everyone can meet. So that's probably the next thing. The other thing I want to work on now are the menus. So the menu, and this is probably one of the reasons why I will change the theme here in a little bit, is it has that script font, which I don't really like. And there are plugins that you can plug in to change the font. Not sure that's what I want to do, but what I want to do at the moment is I'm not very creative when I come to menus, so I usually do like menu 1, menu 2, menu 3. And so I'm going to create my menu 1. And it's like, what do I want on my menu? And the menu is this section right up here, in case you're not aware of what the menu is. This is the menu, the home, event syncing vendors, resources for event planners. That right there is the menu. And you can choose to have it here. You can choose, sometimes you can choose to have it up in here. Sometimes you can choose to have it down in the footer. There's a lot of different places you can put the menu. Oh, I could have just gone directly to menu, but go back to the dashboard. But see, I'm not really crazy about that font, so I probably will we'll mess around with it some and put in a different font. But let's go down to Appearance, Menus. And actually, probably what is currently showing on the menu is what I want, because I'm going to show the different pages. The only thing that I don't have is the blog. And so when you go down here to, if you view all, categories, blog. And that's how I'm going to add my blog. Even though I'm using that static home page, you're still going to be able to have the link to all the blog right there on. And I'm not going to necessarily do that, but let's see here. But we are going to put resources and events and that add to menu. And then, like, what is the order that I want? This I want first. And I don't want it to be events calendar for Charleston SC. This is probably just going to be home, because that's going to be my home page. Blog is going to be blog, resources, events, seeking vendors. I'm probably going to put the blog down this way. So you just drag and drop. I think that's probably what I want right now. And do I want it at the top or the bottom? I'm going to keep it at the top. I'm not going to put it in the footer. And I'm not going to automatically add pages. I don't like to automatically add pages because sometimes you create pages and you don't really want them on the menu. So let me just save that. So I've done my menu. Now I'm going to work on the widgets. The widgets, like I said, are little pieces of functionality. We're going to be talking about widgets a lot more in a couple days when I talk about putting ads on your site or putting like to have people subscribe to your newsletter. Those are all good things to put in the widgets. But what WordPress defaults as widgets, I don't use a lot of them. I don't like them. But here are kind of the widgets that display the number of spam comments. I don't know why anyone would need to see that on the front of their blog, but they do. Archive of previous posts, can be good. A calendar of posts, I don't think that's necessary. Categories, sometimes. You can do a custom menu in your widgets. The meta, which is all of your, how you can quickly sign in to your site and your RSS feed and things like that. I don't think that it needs to be there. List of your pages, again. So a lot of these things that come as suggested from WordPress, I think are kind of silly and ridiculous. So I don't really do that. But now upcoming events, I kind of like. So I think I'm going to move that over, and you just drag it over. Not that it can see where it's going. Sorry. I am not going to do search. I'm going to take search out of there. Recent posts. Actually, I'm probably not going to have any widgets over here except for the upcoming events at this moment. Recent comments. Again, if you have blog posts that are getting a lot of comments, you can put the comments up. But I don't know that you really need to. Inactive, there we go. Let's see here. Archives, nah. Categories, sometimes if you've got a lot of blog posts on a lot of different topics, it's sometimes good to leave the category up in the widgets so that anyone can just click on a category. Like I could leave it up here and create categories that says things like fundraisers or networking events, that kind of thing, and then people could just click on the category and go right to the event. So that I might keep. but not right this second. And we'll get rid of the meta. Yeah, you have to kind of move them down here into the inactives. And then I want upcoming events to go active, if it will just go with me here. Go, 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 go. There we go. Upcoming events. And then you can choose from like which of my calendars. I've only got the one there, but I will create some other ones. Theme, which is the shiny blue, and let's see here. And I'm going to say in 30 days, right? Oh, collect start status. In the next 30 days, and that will show me, for right now, that'll be the entrepreneur, because that's the only one there. And we'll see what that looks like here in a second. Close. And let's get, and for right now, I'm going to get rid of categories, even though eventually I think I probably will keep the categories up there, but not right this second. Keep going, keep going. And drop it there. Now, this one right here, which says text, which is arbitrary text or HTML, that one you will use a lot. That is kind of the generic where you can drop code, drop ads, that kind of thing. So you almost always will have some text boxes, widgets, but not right this minute. So let's see what I just did. Now on my page, and I'll show you this in just a second, I set up this page so that I have no widgets at all on the front page. So that's good, didn't show up. But like resources, let's see what on the resources page. And this I'm going to just list out some of the events. And here it is, the upcoming events, but it's not showing. So I'll have to work on some of those features, some of those settings to make it show, but that's where it would be. Events seeking vendors. And again, I'll have upcoming events here, and then I'm going to list events that need vendors, and then this is where the blog would be. Oops, nothing. I haven't posted a blog post yet, but that's okay. All right, so, it's beginning to come together. It's working. So let's see here. What is the next thing that we need to do? Probably the next thing we need to do is write our first couple blog posts. So I'll see you in the next video, and we'll talk about how to prepare to get ready to write a blog.